Now let's just move on towards the problems which are related with the journal form of an arithmetic progression. So let's just start with the very first question. It says, in which of the following situations does the list of the numbers included make an arithmetic progression and why? So let us suppose if I'm starting with the very first part, I do have two parts, but we are taking the very first part first. So it says the taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for first kilometer and rupees 8 for each additional kilometer. So what does it says? We have to see that whether this situation forms the list of the numbers that would make an AP or not. So it says the taxi fare after each kilometer, when the fare is rupees 15 for the first kilometer, means the fare for the first kilometer, the fare for the first kilometer is nothing but rupees 15. But for an additional kilometer, means if I am talking about the fare for the second kilometer, it would be nothing but rupees 8 more than the previous one, means rupees 8 for the additional kilometer. So this would be nothing but rupees 23. As you can see, this is nothing but rupees 23. Now again, if I'm talking about the fare for the third kilometer, this would be nothing but rupees 23 plus 8, an additional 8 rupees further. So hence this would be nothing but rupees 31. Now again, if I'm talking about fare for the first 4 kilometers, so this would be nothing but rupees 31 plus of 8, and that would be rupees 39. So as you can see, all these terms that, let us suppose if I'm starting with 15, so as you can see, 15, 23, 31, 39 and so goes on. They are actually giving us the same pattern in which the succeeding term is actually obtained by adding 8 in the previous one. As you can see, the succeeding term is obtained by adding the 8 in the previous term. The succeeding term is actually obtained by adding 8 in the previous term. It means the common difference that we are getting over here is nothing but 8, and it definitely represents an arithmetic progression because every succeeding term is obtained by adding a number 8, that is a fixed number 8 in the preceding term. So hence the very first situation represents an arithmetic progression, and the reason we have over here is that the succeeding term is always obtained by, let us suppose if I'll write it over here, the succeeding term is obtained by adding 8 in the preceding one. So whenever we have such a condition, then such kind of a progression always represents an arithmetic progression. So the very first part represents an arithmetic progression. Now let's just see the second part. of it. The second part is the amount of the air present in a cylinder when a vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. So we have to see whether the list of the numbers in this situation form an AP or not. So let's just start with it. First of all, we'll start with the volume of the air in a cylinder. So let the volume of air in the cylinder is V. Let us suppose if I'm taking it as V, so we can say at each stroke or at every stroke, the vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air which is remaining in the cylinder. So it implies that at each stroke 1 minus 1/4, that is nothing but 4 minus 1, that is 3/4 of the air. 3/4 of the air would be remaining in the cylinder, because it itself says, the condition or the situation itself says that the amount of the air present in the cylinder when the vacuum pump removes 1/4 of the air remaining in the cylinder at a time. So this would be nothing but 3/4 of the air would be remaining after each stroke. So it means that the volumes at that time would be like, for the very first we have the volume as nothing but V, for the second time we will have the volume as nothing but 3/4 of V, and then we will have the volume as nothing but 3/4 of V of whole square, and then we will have 3/4 of V of whole cube, and so goes on. So this actually represents the number of the time the air would present in the remaining, or the air would present in the cylinder. So hence we can see over here that after taking the difference of the succeeding and the preceding term, we are definitely not getting the same term. All the terms that we are getting is nothing but different. So hence this is not an AP, it is not an arithmetic progression, because their common difference is not same, because their common difference is not similar. So hence this is nothing but not an arithmetic progression.